You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. Man, there are over 28,000 of you guys on the phone lines with us tonight. Some of you guys are in the browser, chat room, Google Hangouts. I definitely appreciate you guys, as always. Your state of mind has a major influence on everything in your life. The results you achieve in any area or arena, like work, family, sports, social, are due for the most part to your state of mind. Your conscious mind can only hold one thought at a time, from moment to moment. You control what that thought is. So anytime a negative thought weighs into your mind, you must replace it with a positive thought. The trick is to have that positive thought ready and waiting to use whenever you need it. And the best way to do that is with a clear, meaningful, precisely formulated goal for your life. They make for great positive thoughts that will quickly and effectively improve your state of mind. When doubt, fear, anxiety, or depression threaten to sidetrack you, focus on your goals. Imagine that you already achieved them. Visualize yourself doing what you've always wanted to do. See yourself driving that new car, living in that house on the hill, sailing on the ocean. Make the scene bright and clear in your mind, and play it over and over again. It takes a conscious effort, along with discipline and practice. Oh yeah, it will keep you continually focused and highly effective in everything that you do. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens, or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
How would you love to take your business to the next level? Well, now you can. Just visit classytechnology.com. Let us simplify technology for your business. Our services include website and business mobile app development, local SEO, business technology coaching, digital marketing, even online training courses. That's classytechnology.com. Why wait? Book your free technology consultation today by calling 734-215-7675. Put the passion back into your business and let the team at Classy Technology handle everything for you. That's classytechnology.com, the technology stylists.
Well, tonight's episode is the SK Interview, and I am your host, Dini. Just had to say that again. So, it's on days like this and at times like these when I can take a moment and really appreciate why we do what we do over at Vigilantes Radio. It wasn't always every day that I was contacted by PR, bands, interesting people, and artists from across the globe to talk about music, books, or the businesses they're into, faith. And when it happens, I can't help but just to take that time to pause, smile, and remember that this is really what it's all about. The human connection, that ability for people's ideas and creations to unite us all. So with that, let's welcome SK to our side of the internet. Hey man, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going?
How you doing, man? Everything's good. I'm glad to be a part of the show. You know? First time, definitely. So
cool deal, yeah. Man. We're glad you're here, man. It's a brand new year. We're fourth month in the new year? Yeah, man. So
yeah,
how did you kick things off this year, man? Because it's moving pretty fast.
Well, earlier this year, I dropped my debut album, All Eyes on You, available everywhere. And that's how we really kicked it off. It was supposed to drop originally January 25th. But we had to push back for certain reasons. We wanted the right promo. We wanted the right, exposure, this, that, and the third thing. Right. But, we kicked it off nice and, it's getting the recognition it deserves, with all the team, not just with me, but, because I could never do this alone. Music is never done by yourself. So me and the whole team put in hours into the studio, and besides music, just trying to be a better person myself, so.
Yeah.
So we kicked it off well.
Have you ever dropped any projects before this album? I know this is your debut album. Have you did like mixtapes and singles?
Well, actually, I've been a producer for around 12. I've been a producer since I was like 9 years old. So I've been a beat maker, producer for I'm 20 now. I started when I was like almost 9 years. So wow. So I've been being a beat maker, but I had a couple of contacts, with some higher beat makers at Metro-Boomin, if you know him. And he told me, I was on the phone with him one time because I used to work with him and for his manager. Used to help them, like sell beats to other artists and stuff. But I was harmonizing on a beat because as beat makers, as producers, like you have to make the beat for the song, for the rapper, for the artist, so you kind of hear how they're going to come on it. So over time you kind of develop a sense of melodies, flows, rhymes, because you hear them every day. You're trying to make the beat perfect for those artists. So I remember it was his manager that told me, hey, like you kind of have you could sing, because I was harmonizing over the phone on accident. It wasn't even like my fault. And he was like, no, man, like you really got a voice. And I was in chorus, but kind of just as an easy credit, But my chorus teacher told me too, you got a voice. And my friends started telling me, you got a voice. My parents started telling me, you got a voice, you can sing. And I was like, I kind of wanted to be the low key behind the scenes beat maker,
Yeah.
I didn't really like too much of the spotlight. I'm not an antisocial, but I preferred home rather than going out. Let's say. Excuse me, pardon me if I'm talking too much.
Oh no, man, that's what it's about.
Yeah. So yeah, and I started singing, but that was kind of the big thing. I made so many connections over the years as a producer that it was I figured, if I get a team of me and basically my best friends, who were like my brothers to me, to be able to get I know what it takes to get the right promo. I've worked with this industry for a long time. I know what it takes to get the right promo. I know what it takes to I know what the sound, I know what people want to hear. I think I got something different, and I made a couple songs, but I did not release not one song, not one mixtape, not one single, not anything until this debut album, along with my music video for the single of the album, Why, which is 2. And it was a different marketing tool, like I felt like everybody does the single and then the album, but I always felt like when a new artist who was hot dropped a single, like how many times have you heard a single from a hot artist and a couple months later it's like, they're mixtapes, and it gets all the hype, and the mixtape just for some reason isn't as good as that one single, and you're like, what's going on here? Yeah. I thought that you were gonna drop this fire, I thought the whole, and so I really thought that I had a story, and I had a story to tell, and I couldn't wrap it up in one single, and I didn't want people to hear my single and define me as that. I wanted people to hear my story, hear my sound, and, be able to, I think of music as a book, especially when it comes to albums, and you always have like your favorite chapters and stuff and your favorite arcs of the book, which I would, the analogy being like that being the single, but like, like you get the feel from the whole book. So that's what I wanted my album to be. I wanted people to be able to hear the whole album and be like, this is what you're about. I see what you're about now. And so we dropped the whole album along with a whole bunch of, we dropped the music video, we did a whole bunch of stuff. And now, only after a week of it being out, we have Grammy award-winning producer Cardiac Flatline, who wants to do an EP with me now. We've done a couple songs, we've recorded a couple songs, and we're getting the EP ready, and he's going to shop it around. Yeah, and it's going to be great. So I'm really excited about that. And that's only a week of it being out. And I don't like being cocky, but I do think it's because that like he was able to judge me off of something other than one single,
Right, yeah.
So I think that it was an important, I definitely kind of wish I would have dropped music sooner, just because I like when, something, not mistake, but I wish that people could have built up to the hype. But at the same time, it's getting the hype that it is now, so I'm not mad at it, and everything takes time. Everything's a process. I don't want to rush anything. Everything Definitely. Will come, and, we're just working hard at it, so that's, I could go on for days about that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, you're right, man. It could take like 6 months to a year before like real buzz start to generate. And I don't think a lot of new artists really realize that, some be expecting that fly by night type of thing. And sometimes it happens, you may be Justin Bieber and you're in the right place at the right time, but for the majority, it's a work in progress. It's almost like a 9-to-5 job. You're working for that, that promotion, that raise. So that takes time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask you this, SK. What kind of pressure did you put on yourself, or what kind of expectations did you set when you put out this album?
Man, just last week when Cardiac was texting me, because he's like my big brother now. He was texting me. He was like, "Listen, man, like you're hot. You did this and that. This EP is gonna have the industry booming. I've already got this and that, all waiting on this. But you have to realize you're up against the Weeknd. You're up against Drake. You're up against Trey Songz. Migos, you're up against Usher, you're up against these new guys, you know? And he was like, and I think you're better than all of them, to be honest. You know, flattered is always doing that to me. He was like, but don't ever forget that. He's like, that you're up against these guys. So, and this is recently, but before I had the same mentality. Like, I'm up against, that's what I think that everybody should realize when becoming an artist and getting into the music industry. You're up against these guys who it's like drinking water for them to make hits. Mm-hmm. You know, Drake's recent hit, what is it, God's Plan? If you listen to the song, there's no ad-libs, there's no layers. Somehow this guy's voice is just so catchy that the one straight vocal is like the whole line, the whole lead vocal is just catchy. Going up against someone who can just, you know, I hear stories about Migos going into the studio in and out 20 minutes, and that was Bad and Bougie. You know, it's like, it's crazy. These guys do this for a living. Yeah, you know, this is their job. You know, so I always think to myself, like, I need to work. I need to work my ass off. You know, I need to do everything that I can to you know, be not, you know, bluntly, to be better than these people. You know, because if you're not on par or better than these people, you're just gonna be a one-hit wonder, and you're just gonna fly by, you know. And I was in the studio for 13 hours at a time, 4 times a week, and the 3 days that I wasn't in the studio, I was writing more songs to get in the studio. You know, like 13-hour session. I remember my engineer, you know, I asked him, I was like, hey man, are you tired? Are you tired? Like, you can take a break. We could pick this up tomorrow. He was like, no, man. Like, we can just keep going. Let's just keep going. 18-hour session. Just keep. Wow. I almost fell asleep singing, you know. But then I, you know, drink some water, drink some coffee, get a snack, get back to it, and be like, no, because I need to make it. Because this is my job. This is the career I chose to be, you know, like. And being a 20-year-old artist and telling your parents that, hey, this is what I want to do, and then proving that to them, that this is what you want to do, showing them that, like, because anybody could just say they want to be an artist, but if you're not putting in the work, you know, like, you if you're not putting in the work, then there's nothing to show for it. So the type of pressure, like, I every time I wrote a song, you know, I always, if I could give any advice to artists, is to be honest with yourself and compare yourself. You know, not compare yourself, but to always be honest with yourself. Artists should always have a sense of what is good and what's not good. And of course, there's always an argument of experimental, sure. But I guess what I'm saying, like, when I write something and I know I can do better, I know immediately. Yeah. I make a song and I sing it back to myself, and I'm like, you know what? This is not nearly as good as my hits. This is not nearly as good as what I can do. You know, if you don't have that sense of, like, you know, like that banger, like, you know it's a banger, and you know it's a banger. I think knowing that it's not a banger is just as important as knowing when it is a banger. You know, because you can't just put out, you know, impulsive, you know. So every time I wrote a song, I put that pressure on me, saying, like, this has to be a banger. This has to top my last song. Every song I make, I should think it's better than the last song I make. You know, every studio session, I should try to hit new notes, make new layers. You know, I'm not only doing this for me. I'm doing this for my little brother, my mother, my father, all my family. I'm doing this for the brothers, my friends, my best friends that are putting in money for me to record. You know, like, that's the type of like, when you have a best friend who has, you know, they have lives, they have bills, jobs, and they are in the studio with you, spending their money on you because they believe in your dream. I don't need any other motivation than just that. Like, that right there just motivated me to do everything. You know, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna let you down now for someone else believing in my dream. You know, I love it. I love them. You know.
Yes, sir. So, for this debut EP, there's an EP, right? Not an album.
Yeah.
EP.
Yeah.
You produced every record
Yes.
And I've heard of who are kind of like artists too. Like when it comes to their own projects, they sometimes venture out for other producers because they're kind of, I don't know. Yeah, they kind of, don't really want to work
collaborate,
on their own work.
And I feel you, yeah.
Why no collabs with other producers on this record?
Well, funny enough, my team, it's around like around 10 guys. I was thinking about it because I had a couple, I have a couple producers in my contacts that, we're cool, we're like bros. They would, like a couple of Migos' producers that wouldn't have minded doing just like some good connects that might have even made the album look better, on paper.
Gotcha.
And I've been a producer for so long. I started producing on Xbox. There was a game that allowed, it was a game called Esmus. I don't know if they're still around, but if there is, shout out to Esmus. But it was a game that allows you to take loops from different people that made the loops, drum patterns, melodies, and you would just put them together. And it wouldn't be your song, but, from you fusing the different loops, you made your own beats. And I've been a producer since doing stuff like that, working my way to professional software and, different genres. As a producer, I don't stick to one genre, not just rap, not just trap, as most producers do. I make my own melodies, I make my own sounds, I make my own drums. I always branch out to different places. So I really felt like I could have done this. I felt like I could have done it alone, and I did do it alone. And not that I take pride in doing things alone, because like I said, without the team, there wouldn't even be this right now, So, but I really felt like I had the ability, I felt like I was a producer first before an artist, I came up as a producer, and as a producer, I felt like the only person that could really make my sound was me. You go on YouTube and you always see Kendrick Lamar type beat, J. Cole type beat, 21 Savage type beat, like a type of beat, And I'm a new artist, and people don't know me. I have a different sound. I bring a new sound to R&B, I believe at least. And I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own type beats so that when producers listen to my album, now they have to copy me. Mm-hmm. They have to try and copy my sound. And I believe I made like a new sound for R&B. I think that
oh wow.
So I think I did it. Producing the whole album, me doing it myself, and also, and not to sound selfish, but the whole team, putting in money for me to record and for the promo and for all the everything. That little bit of extra credentials on the producing that I can give back to them. Because that's the thing with me, with all the money that comes in through all of this, I'm splitting it with everyone because they deserve it 10 times more than I do. I just sing. I just do the singing, but without them, I wouldn't even be able to be in the studio,
Yeah.
So, definitely on future projects, I think I'll definitely collab. I think that this is just, like a my team type of thing. This album, everything was really personal. The beats were personal to me. The message is about, my girlfriend, who we've been in a relationship for 3 years now. So everything was just personal. The sessions were long. The team were sleeping. I had one friend sleeping on the ground, the other one knocking over the mic because he's can't even walk straight. So they're all tired. So everything was just everything felt personal, and the beats do too, So, I think that's why no collab on this project. But definitely like I said, I'm working with Cardiac now. He's producing a lot of the beats. I'm helping out. So it's definitely just this album felt like it was for us, you know. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a record like Why, which is your first single off the EP, well, I wouldn't say that, but it's like one of your forerunner songs from the EP. Would you say this is a fair representation of what we can expect to find on All Eyes on You?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last part?
Yeah, I said, do you think that song, Why, is a fair representation of what we can expect to find on your EP, All Eyes on You?
I want to say yes. That kind of fast-paced, sing R&B flowy stuff. But a lot of the songs on the album are a lot. They're a lot more heartfelt than Why. Like Why has a simple message. It has a simple message, and it's definitely a banger. I don't want to say it's like I mean, it's one of the hits of the album. You know, it's the one with the music video. Everybody's pushing that. It's the one playing in the clubs and the parties at the shows. It's, you know, my opening song whenever I'm performing. It gets the crowd riled up. You know, so it's definitely like just a fast-paced song. But if you listen to All Eyes on You, the EP, you're definitely going to. There's a couple songs like that have that kind of fast-paced kind of new R&B flow kind of sound. But a lot of the songs on the album are more down-tempo, a little more chill, more vocalizing, more layers, definitely more singing. You know, when I'm recording a track, I know what I'm doing more towards. I know if I'm doing more flow, singing, rapping, you know, like with a melodic tone, but still doing a flow, like a rap flow. And I know when I'm doing R&B singing, you know, with layers and different ad-libs and falsettos, high falsettos, everything, you know. So it's definitely, you know, the album is definitely a little bit of both, because I wanted it to be a little bit for everyone as well. So Why is definitely a good representation of me in terms of like my skill set, what you can expect of me in the future, and definitely some songs on the album as well. But I definitely loved also to do the down-tempo R&B singing, you know, singing high keys, different layers, everything. You know, I love singing. Like there's nothing like actually just singing your heart out on a track that to a beat that calls for that, you know.
Right.
So,
yes, sir.
But Why's definitely the hit. Why's a great song, you know, catchy, and still has a message if people catch it.
Definitely. So let's talk about the EP's title. We're all used to people saying "All Eyes on Me," but you chose to say "All Eyes on You."
Everybody says that. Everybody was like, everyone's gonna think about Tupac. And I was like, man, I didn't even I was gonna change it, but I didn't want to, because it was really like I was thinking about it. And before I got into this relationship, I was kind of like a indecisive guy. You know, I didn't really know what I wanted. I tried a lot of people. Not like that, but like I tried to talk to a lot of people, and not there wasn't really a woman that stood out to me that so people, you know, started telling me like, oh, like don't talk to him because he's just gonna break your heart because he doesn't really know what he wants. Sure. And everybody would, so like I truthfully and honestly I didn't know what I wanted, so I tried to explore until I saw what I wanted. And eventually I just kind of stopped. Yeah. So eventually I just kind of stopped looking, because I was like, you know what, this isn't working out either. Everyone's getting mad at me. Everyone's calling me names. You know, and not that I really
hold on, SK. So were you stringing people along?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Were you stringing like females along, or were you like just dating a whole bunch of different types at the same time?
No, not necessarily at the same time, but it's like I would think I'm into them, and then like a couple days or a week after, I really sit down with myself, because I do that a lot. I sit down with myself and I talk to myself, and I try to figure out what I want, and instead of letting it linger on with my fake feelings, I just kind of let them down right there, and they're all into me already, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't, like, I think I'm into them, and then I'm not. So and I don't know why it was like that, and I wish I could say that like I was a different person, but you can't change the past, and I've grown since then. But basically, when I met my girlfriend, it was like, I was going through a lot of problems, and it was almost like for the first time I felt like life had stopped. And I met her at a party, actually. And when I saw her, it's like everybody else kind of disappeared, and I saw her. And like, usually when I'm at a party in that same situation, I'd be looking at everyone, trying to look at everybody and see like which one would be the best pick for me to try and talk to, or whatever the case may have been. But when I went and I saw her, like everything just stopped, and like the only thing that I saw and the only thing I still see is her. Wow. Like it didn't matter what anybody said in the past. It didn't matter what, and my eyes were only on her. They will always be on her, and even God forbid if something ever happened, like my eyes will always be on her. Like she is like everything to me. So my eyes were on her. So I named the album All Eyes on You, because I never looked away. Not for a moment. So kind of corny, but yeah.
It's dope to find something like that at the age that you are.
yeah.
20, man.
But I appreciate it.
Well, I was far from that.
It's fine. They never know when it'll come,
Oh yeah. Never know. What mainstream artists, or even any artists, do you think sound similar to you, or that or maybe fall in the same type of style?
Yeah, same category.
Yeah.
Well, when I was developing the beats, I definitely I grabbed inspiration from a subgenre of R&B called trap soul. Bryson Tiller kind of originated it with his album Trap Soul. And it really started a great sound for R&B, with different like old samples infused with like minor chords and different keys, and really just like nice chords with different like down tempo drums, and I really liked that. So I decided to take that, and I took inspiration from a whole I guess it's best explained. Before I was a musician, I wanted to be a basketball player, and my coach used to tell me I played like LeBron, and I thought that was a compliment. And he said, no, there's already a LeBron out there. You need to fuse LeBron with something else, because there's already a LeBron out there, and everyone's just going to call you LeBron. You don't want to be called LeBron. You want to be you. You want to be better than LeBron. So you got to fuse LeBron's drive with Curry's shot, with, Shaq's rebound. So I really took that like my whole life in different aspects. So I never wanted to sound like anybody. But I grabbed inspiration from all my favorite artists. I fused them into something that has never been heard before, and then I kind of like make that my sound. And you can hear the inspiration from different people. But I in the same genre, I guess, category of trap soul, I grabbed inspiration from the-weeknd, more of his old stuff, and his new album, which is fantastic. Bryson Tiller, Kehlani, I love Kehlani, Jhené Aiko, even some of Drake, And I also grab inspiration from different trap artists as well, because like those, like a lot of the flows they use, I have like I could sing, and the thing with rapping is rapping gets over singing because of the flows, and singing gets over rapping because they can sing. So I figured, well, I could sing, but I could rap, but I don't really like rapping. So I'm just gonna sing the flows that these trap rappers are doing that sound dope, and I think it'll sound dope too if I do that. So I started doing that, and I started that's how I kind of, whenever I'm doing like one of those up-tempo songs, is kind of how I formulate my verses and hooks and stuff. So I definitely grab inspiration from those guys. I'm not gonna say I like those are amazing artists that like have definitely painted the path to my sound. Definitely Bryson Tiller, Kalani, Janae Aiko, The-Weeknd, those guys. Oh, Party Next Door, it's fantastic. I love them all. I would love to meet them. Oh my god. Yeah.
Man, with your new EP, you seem to be like an advocate for promoting healthy relationships, and that's an excellent thing to do, in my opinion. How does your relationships or any relationship play a part in your life in relation to your music?
Well, there is nothing like a number one fan. There's nothing like it. Like, there is absolutely nothing better. Like, whenever I make a new flow, I tell my girlfriend. Whenever I think of a new note I hit or like a new different melody, I tell my girl. And she, and the thing about my girl is she's real, and friends are real. But a lot of times friends try to sugarcoat things, and, even sometimes when she says something real and I don't believe it, and I go ahead and do whatever I thought was right, and then I ends up being she was right the whole time, and so,
yeah.
But my album, I decided to make it about her because I feel like a lot of R&B, or most of it really, is about losing the girl, or sex, or you lost the girl, now you want her back, or just I'm sorry, this, crying, voicemails, all that,
Yeah.
And I thought that, like, you know what, I'm gonna take the complete opposite path and make a whole album on basically how much I love this girl, this woman, because, like, I think people need to hear more positivity, and sadness sells. Sadness does sell because everyone gets sad.
Yep.
But I think that, when girls hear this, they're going to be like, you know what, this is what I need to look for. And when guys hear this, they can, guys who aren't maybe the same indecisive guy I was, they can be like, maybe I should be a little more like this. And not saying that my way is the right way, because there is no right way. You live the universe paints the path for you the way that you need to live your life, But I definitely think it could help people, and I think that it's a different way of R&B, like, enough with the sadness for just at least one album, like, so, you can, people can hear it and be like, wow, like, and really it was for her. So, I want to show her, I wanted people to know how much just, she meant to me. And I think people can hear that in the album. People can really hear the emotion in the album and be able to say, wow, like, this is real, but she's in my everyday life, I wouldn't be even to wake up for school if it weren't for her half the time. So she is literally the like, a lot of people, my grandmother told me that I shouldn't, be so dependent on her, but, like, I literally cannot help it. Like, and not dependent in an obsessed weird way. No, like, just like, and she depends on me, I depend on her. We're kind of like the same person, and we're like one person. We function as, like, I can't see myself living without her, being there at least. So it's, it was easy to write about her.
Yeah.
It was super easy to write about her because there's so many beautiful moments and so many good times. I could write a whole nother album about her. I could. So it's, she's definitely the inspiration for all my music, even.
Man, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so appreciate it. So she's just, she's great.
So I know your time spent in producing has meant a great deal to you. In the past, who have been some of your favorite artists to always work with?
Man, I have always wanted to work with Future. I think that Future is the god of trap. Like, I don't think anybody beats him in that era of rap, trap, you know, like whatever that genre you want to call it. Like, this man can, like, a lot of people want to bash mumble rap, and I could understand it for sure. But the thing about mumble rap is a lot of people claim they can do it, but when you go in the studio, you can't do it, I promise you. You might try, but it won't sound as good as Future. And the reason is because it's a formula. Even though it is mumbling and a lot of times you can't hear what he's saying, he knows exactly what, like, I like to think of these guys as geniuses because they know exactly what they're doing. They know what you're not going to be able to pronunciate or to understand. They know that you have to listen to it 5 times to see what they're saying, you know. And this man Future is the god of that. Like, he knows, he's the king. He's the king of you know, he's mastered that. He knows his, you know, singing in, like, just singing out loud and then, like, singing in the studio is 2 completely different things. Rapping outside and rapping in the studio is 2 completely different worlds. You think you could sing until you get in the studio and you're hearing yourself and everything's conflicting with it. You know, it's just crazy. So he knows, like, what to do, and I really commend him for that. So I really wish I could work with him, like, make, you know, just not even as an artist, just to give him a beat, you know, like, and just let him do his thing on it, because that's the thing. He could just do anything on it and it sounds great. In the past, I have worked with I've worked with Migos' producers to help with I've worked with Migos, MMG, Soulja Boy, even a long time ago. Jim Jones. I did a trap. It was the funniest thing. I was working with the manager at the time, and she told me, I just sold one of your trap beats to Jim Jones.
Wow.
And I was like, Jim Jones? You just, what? So, but yeah, I have a credential with him. All fantastic artists, though. I really want to work with Future. Drake would be an honor. Bryson Tiller. Everyone who's inspired me, I would love to make beats for them.
Yeah.
You know, yes, I like producing more than being an artist, to be honest. Like, I feel like half the song is the beat, you know. You're not just going to throw an acapella on the radio.
True that.
You know, there needs to be instruments, there needs to be melodies, you know. So I think that it's definitely underappreciated,
yes, sir.
Being a producer. So, yeah, I would love to work with those guys.
Definitely. All right, man. By standard media allowances, I'm granted at least one corny question. So here's my corny question for you. I just made it up, by the way. But where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
To be honest, I see myself on big stages. I really do. I truthfully and honestly, like I said from the beginning, like I need to be honest with myself and know where this music is taking me. I already see that, you know, with the album only being out for 2 months and stuff, like this is like this is everything. Like I feel it. I feel it coming. Like people are booking me for more shows. People are asking me for collabs. If you notice on the album, there's no features. There's no features, and it's because, like I said, the album feels personal. But I don't really like features too much. Like I kind of like killing the song. Like, I mean, not that I don't like it. I'm very open to it, but I don't know. Like I see a lot of people really seeing me as a big thing, and I think I am going to be a big thing, and I think it's already coming with all the different accomplishments that me and the team have made already, with a lot of big meetings coming up, you know, everything with Cardiac, everything with these new shows, everything. I see us being very successful within the next 5 years, and I think with the work ethic that we're doing, that we have, like, we don't stop. if that my days off are not even days off. When I decide to take a day off, there's still a headphone in my ear and I'm making a beat, writing a melody while I'm trying to relax. Our work ethic is ridiculous. I've got some of the team right now going in different clubs asking if I could open up for them and stuff, so it's a big club. So everybody's working hard, and I think that it's already paying off more than I thought it would. So I'm just expecting more and more success. I'm very excited.
Definitely, man. And you'll get there, good brother. You'll get there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, guys. After the music break, we'll be back for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, and of course along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear either SK sing for us, maybe he has some poetry, inspirational speech, spoken word, maybe he'll freestyle rap, drop a joke, or tell a good story, or maybe even crank out a live instrument. Well, you'll never know what these creative minds and vessels were produced in the spotlight, and tonight we'll find out if SK has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have SK with his song Why, and we'll be right back.
Oh, why she so mad? Why she so mad? She ain't never feel the passion. Wonder why she so sad. She told me these don't last her. Little mama, she so bad. These broke boys make her laugh. I told her she need a man. She ain't worried about the past. I can show you that I can be your man. Oh, why she so mad? She ain't never feel the passion. Wonder why she so sad. She told me these don't last her. Little mama, she so bad. These broke boys make her laugh. I told her she need a man. She ain't worried about the past. I can show you that I can be your man. Flex up on my ex, go fetch my check, yeah. Settle it for less is not what I do best, yeah. Dopest chick alive, that's who I got next, yeah. Finally got my wife, walk up to my rest, yeah. Ready, set, go, I know. Relations come and go, yeah. That's why I got my wife, yeah. I do not need her. Give her my girl the pipe, yeah. When she be feeling low, princess get whatever she want, yeah. I ain't gonna front, yeah. Oh, why she so mad? Why she so mad? She ain't never feel the passion. Wonder why she so sad. She told me these don't last her. Little mama, she so bad. These broke boys make her laugh. I told her she need a man. She ain't worried about the past. I can show you that I can be your man. Oh, why she so mad? She ain't never feel the passion. Wonder why she so sad. She told me these don't last her. Little mama, she so bad. These broke boys make her laugh. I told her she need a man. She ain't worried about the past. I can show you that I can be your man. She ain't what they cheating for. Lost out on the princess. Then they ask what she leaving for. I'm here, shorty, listen. I don't know what they want. I got shorty on a mission. Ballin' like I was the Pistons. Put that watch all on her wrist and I don't ever need the distance. Yeah. I swear that they ain't never switching. Yeah. I told baby give me kisses. Yeah. And I don't ever need the distance. Yeah.
How would you love to take your business to the next level? Well, now you can. Just visit classytechnology.com. Let us simplify technology for your business. Our services include website and business mobile app development, local SEO, business technology coaching, digital marketing, even online training courses. That's classytechnology.com. Why wait? Book your free technology consultation today by calling 734-215 888-866-7675. Put the passion back into your business and let the team at Classy Technology handle everything for you. That's classytechnology.com, the technology stylists.
And we are back. That was a dope track from SK called Why. That was real dope. So everyone is busy, yet few people ever get very much done. You know anybody like that? Like they're always saying they grinding. or man, I'm working hard, but it's like, okay, so where's the payoff? I mean, you don't really say those kind of things out loud, but sometimes you just think those things. But isn't that strange? Perhaps just keeping busy is not the answer. Does what you do anything for you? Like, put that in perspective. All the work you say you do, is it really paying off, Or does it just keep you busy? Too busy, where you miss other opportunities. People often get into time-consuming habits, doing the same things day after day. They may not even enjoy them or benefit from them. They just do them because that's what they did yesterday and the day before. And they look around after 20 years and wonder why their life is going nowhere. And where did all the time go? Step back and take a good look at all the things you do each day. Why do you do them? Where do they get you? It's all too easy to get in a rut, and even easier to stay in one. Yet, if you're to live a life of excellence, you'll need to climb out of that rut. You can start by having a plan. One reason people get into don't know what else to do. A step-by-step plan keeps you focused and productive. Accept the fact that risk is a part of life. The fulfillment of your life's dream demands that you get out of your secure, comfortable rut. Oh yeah. Make the commitment to get the most from your time. You only have so much time in a day. Use your time productively rather than just filling it. Challenge yourself to make every minute count. Look up, look around, expand your horizons. It's muddy and confining down in that rut. Climb out, breathe the fresh air of possibility and accomplishment. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. Let's bring the man of the hour back on. SK, you're now live again with us in our hot seat. What do you have for us?
Anything you guys want. I mean, I could sing something if you guys want. A little something.
We'll take that, yeah.
All right. I'll just sing like a little bit of, I don't know, something. I'm always writing and thinking of different melodies. So I'll just pop out something real quick. First thing I see. All right, here we go. Got a little hook here. Where I repeat the word "so close" real quick. So but it really just to show a little bit of my vocal. So here we go. I got you right now.
All right.
All right. It goes. You can hear me all right? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right. It goes. So close, I'm so close. So close, so close. Yeah. So that was a little excerpt from a new song that is coming out soon with Cardiac, produced by. And I actually have got a video of that on Instagram, doing exactly that, but a little extended version.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, you can sing pretty high there. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I wish I could do that.
I actually could not sing like that. When I first started singing, what
did you do?
I actually have no idea. I just know that when I started going to the studio, it really helped me learn my voice more. And it really helped me understand what I'm what I'm capable of and what I'm not capable of yet. I think that's like I said, with the same thing of knowing that if it's a banger or if it's not a banger, if you got to know what you can do and what you can't do yet. You could always do it, I'm sure, but what you can't do yet. So me working towards that, I've been able to extend my vocal range a lot more from when I first started. And so I think that's actually kind of cool, that if I didn't start going to the studio constantly, like, I would not have, so I think that's pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
SK, man. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I don't know if you've seen Black Panther. I don't know why, but I do a pretty decent voice in their accent.
Go ahead, man. Let's hear it.
That's actually kind of silly. I don't even know why I brought that up, because now I'm gonna have to share this weird part of myself.
Yeah.
But I guess that's part of the deal.
It is.
No. All right. I got you. All right. The spirit of the Wakandan people lies within the Black Panther. How do you expect to protect your own country when you could not even protect your own father? Where is your king now? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that.
You ought to do some voiceover work, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna come out with a Black Panther cartoon. You ought to go in for it.
You're right. That would be an interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also watch a lot of anime.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that's fantastic. Don't even get me started on that, because I'm one of those guys.
Yeah,
so
I'm
weirdly
going to
enough,
my first Comic-Con this year.
Oh, really? I've never been to one. I wish I could. I need to go to one of those. I haven't gone. I've always been thinking about going. But yeah, that's like one of my big things. I love. Any free time that I do have, I try to watch anime, because that's like always been there for me. In a weird way. Like, as a kid, I always like the problems that they dealt with, even though we're super radical and there was probably explosions and robots or whatever the case may be. Like, somehow I like was able to watch that and like relate to it. Their feelings, relate to their feelings, even though if it was super, like.
Mm-hmm.
So anime's always been there for me. So I always, Dragon Ball Super recently just ended, and that just kind of made me really upset. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think anime does something to the mentals. It kind of helps you see different things in different perspectives. We can't go into like time capsules in space and get like 20 times stronger, but
right.
It does help you react like to certain situations better. I know for me it does.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but it's hard to explain.
Totally get it.
It's hard to explain, but I've had situations where people do try to threaten me or whatever, and no, I'm a cool dude, man. I don't like invoke people, but when I'm invoked, I'm bringing a house down like Vegeta. I'm telling you, there's gonna be explosions and robots.
It's so funny that you said that, because I think to these different characters in terms of I remember I was in I was doing a test in college, and I had forgotten everything I studied and everything. Wow. But I knew the material, and sometimes it happens to me. That's the one flaw about me as an artist is I forget everything. If I make a dope melody and I don't make a memo to it, I will forget it in the next 30 seconds.
No, I'm the same way. I forget everything.
Yeah. I need to make memos, write something down, crazy. Mm-hmm. But I forgot, and there's I don't know if you know Naruto, but there's a character in Naruto called Itachi, and he's just really calm. He's super calm about everything. He's just really chill. Even he was fighting one time with a disease, and he still was just calm. So I was taking the test, and I was freaking out because I forgot everything. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to fail now. And I just thought about how calm Itachi would have been, even if he forgot everything. And I didn't do bad on the test. And because I calmed down in the way that he would.
Wow.
I was and I couldn't believe that I really had just thought to an anime character and that just helped me on a real life situation. So
hey, it works.
Yeah, so just really, really funny. Yeah.
Man, tell us where to find your music on the internet. Where you want people to look and connect with you at?
Well, my all my music is available on all platforms. So at iTunes, just look up SK All Eyes on You. Spotify, All Eyes on You. SK All Eyes on You. Amazon, YouTube. But on my page on Instagram is prod.sk. That's it, just prod.sk, like produced by. Mm-hmm. That's I'm always posting new videos of me singing and stuff. So I'm always like, just trying to get, people's opinion. Like a lot of times too, it's cool. I love when people follow me because I actually take their opinions into account. Like I'll post an Instagram story, and I'll be like, should I use this transition or this transition, with both like different ideas I had for the transition of the hook or something. And like people will tell me like, and it's annoying to me when different artists, like when artists seem like their fans don't know music when they're the ones that listen to their music.
Right.
Like I take these people, like I have some just like people who don't write music, don't listen to music, don't produce music, don't engineer it, don't write it, but still like just people who like music lovers who'll be like, you know what, I would like to hear this on the second part because like I feel like you do this a lot, or I feel like this is different, and I'm like, like something that I would overlook because I'm so into music. They just understand it, so like they understand it in a different perspective. So I love when people like are all like on my page, because I'm always like posting stories like that, like what should I do, this and that. And usually I have an idea. There's most of the time, there's a lot of times where I've had an idea of what I want to do next, but like these people just give me such good insight, just regular music lovers giving me great insight on what they think, and that like makes me kind of take that into account, so into like making music. So I think that like artists should kind of I know it's hard being an artist, but trying engaging with the fans, because they know what they're talking about a lot. Sometimes you got some crazy ones, whatever, I don't know, but a lot of them are music lovers. They listen to music all day, just like the rest of us. So
You're right about that, man.
So yeah, but once again, prod.sk. I will be dropping a single on SoundCloud soon, because I haven't dropped anything on SoundCloud. The team thought it was smart to drop everything on like iTunes and Spotify first, but I just wanted to put something out on like a free platform, just so that people could like bump a new track soon. So that should be coming out within the next week. Just something to just keep the flow going, get the fans still active and everything, everybody, so that'll be under SK as well. So like I said, follow me on Instagram on prod.sk, so that you guys can see the new content, and that way the link will be right there and everything. But yeah, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play. I have like these run-on sentences.
Definitely. And guys, just in case you didn't get those links, we actually have those right in the description of the show, so all you have to do is just click the link.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. All right, man, we appreciate you, man, for joining us tonight. SK will be watching for you, man, and checking out the Instagram videos, and probably maybe provide some feedback every now and then.
Thank you so much. No, thank you for allowing me on the show. It was a great experience. I really did love it. I felt like real natural, I didn't feel like, it was great. I had a great time.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest, or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
Finally got my wife, walk up to my rest, ready to go, I know, relations come and go, that's why I got my wife, I do not need her, give her my girl to park, when she be feeling low, princess get whatever she want, I ain't gonna front, oh, why she so mad, she ain't never feel the passion, wonder why she so sad, she told me these don't last, little mama, she's so bad. These broke boys make her laugh.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.
How would you love to take your business to the next level? Well, now you can. Just visit classytechnology.com. Let us simplify technology for your business. Our services include website and business mobile app development, local SEO, business technology coaching, digital marketing, even online training courses. That's classytechnology.com. Why wait? Book your free technology consultation today by calling 734-215-7675. Put the passion back into your business and let the team at Classy Technology handle everything for you. That's classytechnology.com, the technology stylists.